Newsflash, consequences are a good thing. In Webster's dictionary, the definition of what consequence means is a result or effect of an action or condition. So I want to share a story with you, something I really don't share with a lot of people, but when I was 29 years old, I got a DUI. First time ever, first and only DUI, and it was a terrible experience because I had way too much to drink, should have never been behind the wheel. It was the night before the Super Bowl, almost missed the Super Bowl. I had to rely on my wife, who was my girlfriend at the time. She had to come bail me out. It was the dumbest mistake I've ever made, but it was needed because I actually got it waived off as a Class B misdemeanor. Should probably been a felony with my blood alcohol level, and I was just driving home. I was only 6 minutes away from my house. I thought no big deal, and I didn't hurt anybody, and I never have hurt anybody. Never been really in an accident, and I'm glad I haven't, but even still, that DUI was a consequence of my negative, dumb actions. And if I hadn't have gotten that DUI, I probably would still be loosely and recklessly driving with a few drinks. And don't get me wrong, I was never smashed behind the wheel, but I was the guy that would have 2 or 3 drinks, maybe 4, be fine, or think you're fine anyway, and then go home, drive home. And that's not a way to operate, because what that's saying, if you continue to behave that way, is you're putting unnecessary risk on your life, right? That's, you're putting your life in a position to where you can not only take somebody else's, but also you can take away your own. Everybody has value. You have value in your life, and you have a lot of things that you can lose whether you realize it or not. And when you're just going around putting unnecessary risk on your life that way, that is a terrible way to live, and you're not thinking clearly. So that consequence of the DUI back in 2019, man, that's been the best thing that's ever happened to me, because I don't ever drink and get behind the wheel. If I even have a couple of drinks or even one drink, I'm having my wife drive me home, or I'm calling an Uber. I really don't drink that much anymore, but when I do, I make sure that I never expose myself to unnecessary risk, because I have a lot of responsibilities. So think about your actions, because actions have consequences, and thank God for those consequences so you can learn from your mistakes and get better.